So this is what you get in your granny square crochet kit. Everything you need, all the yarn, the pattern, the crochet hook, all comes together in a box. You can see on the left the folded up, made up granny square, and you can see on the right a single granny square before it's been washed. So you can see it changes quite a lot once it's been washed. I'll talk you through the washing a bit later. But first we're going to talk through how to make up the granny squares. So this is a single granny square, and you'll be making lots of these in different colour variations and then putting them all together at the end. In the pattern it explains how the colour variations work. There's a chart that shows you which colour variations you can do. I'm going to start with this one, which is acid yellow, pink square and a grey border. So you start from the centre and you work around and around until you get to the edge. The first thing the pattern will tell you to do is to take your coloured balls and to wind them into two balls, because you will be crocheting two ends of yarn together. And this can be done easily. This is a 20-gram ball, so you need about 2 balls of 10 grams each, more or less. So you just start winding it up. Probably takes about not even 5 minutes. You start to make that into a ball. So once you've got about this much wound off, that's probably enough. You can break it off, and then you put the two ends together, and you're going to treat them as a single strand of yarn. So to start, make a slip knot. Then take your crochet hook and it asks you to chain 5. You'll find on your pattern all the guides to the stitches, so it will show you how to do a chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you join with a slip stitch to make a loop. So now we're ready to start on round 1. So you start with 2 chains, so 1, 2, and then you're going to be making half double crochets into the centre of your little ring you've made. So you do that by going round into the centre, pulling it through, and you've got 3 loops on your hook, over and through all 3 loops. That's 1 half double crochet. So round into the centre and through all 3. Round into the centre, pull it through and through all 3. And we need 17 of these to go all the way round. And then we're nearly there, that's 16. And 17. So you can see we've gone all the way around, and then we need to join with a slip stitch to close up this little gap. So you into the second chain that you made initially, slip stitch, and that closes the gap up, and that's round 1. And then on to round 2, again chain 2, 1, 2, and then you're going to do 1 half double crochet into each stitch that you made on the previous round. So over into the first stitch, pull it through, that's 1 half double crochet, into the next stitch, pull it through, and again you'd continue all the way round. and continue all the way round. So we need it all the way around. There's just one more there, and then again join up, close this gap with a slip stitch. And that's round 2 finished. Round 3, chain 2, and then you're 1/2 double crochet into that same space. And then you're going to do 2 half double crochets into each stitch. So into the next stitch you're going to do 1/2 double crochet, and then into the same stitch again 1/2 double crochet. So you're 2 half double crochets into one stitch. So again all the way around, 1, 2, and we continue all the way around, and so we're nearly all the way around, and then 2 more here, 1, 2, and then again a slip stitch to join it up. And that's the yellow centre of the granny square finished. So you can break off the yarn, pull that through, and that's the centre done. You can see on the granny square that we're making here, that's the centre. So now we need to add the pink. So now we're ready to add the pink yarn. So again we've rolled it into 2 balls, break it off, put the 2 pink ends together, and we're going to treat it as a single strand. Then you need to join the pink, and the best way to do this is to insert the hook, then put the pink on, tighten that up. If you just pull it through, and then you'll see on round 4 it's saying to start with 3 chains, and as soon as you do those 3 chains that yarn is then really secure. So 1, 2, 3. The next step it asks you to do is to do a DC, a double crochet into the same space. So that's round, into the same space, through, round, through 2, round, through the last 2. That's a double crochet. And then a double crochet into the next stitch. So half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, a single crochet into the next 2 stitches, half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, double crochet into the next stitch, and then we're going to make the corner, and you do 2 double crochets, 2 chain and 2 double crochets all into the same stitch. So it's 1 double crochet, just back into the same stitch, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 1, 2, and then 2 double crochet. So 1 double crochet, that's 2 double crochet, and you can see how we're creating the square. We're creating this straight edge, and we're going to repeat to go all the way round. So you continue around with your pink until you get right back to the beginning, and then you finish off with a slip stitch. And again you finish with the pink, so break it off and pull it through, and now we're ready to move on to the grey. So now we're moving on to the grey border around the outside. You don't need to wind your grey into 2 balls because you've already got several balls of the grey, so you just take an end from 2 balls, put them together and make a slip knot. Just move those out of the way. So to start, it says join the grey yarn to 2nd double crochet after any corner with a slip stitch. So there's your corner. I'll start on this one, it's a bit clearer. There's your corner, there's 1 DC, there's your 2nd DC. So we'll join it here. Again it says chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Double crochet into next 10 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can see we're just going along, straight along one side. It says skip the last DC, which is this one here, and then work 2 double crochet, 2 chain and 2 double crochet into the corner. So it's into this corner. 1, 2 double crochet, 1, 2 chain, 1, 2 double crochet. So you can see that makes its way around the corner. Skip the next DC, which is this one, and then again we're going to go all along and all the way round. So we've gone all the way round and we finish with the last corner, which is 2 double crochet, 1, 2, 2 chain, 1, 2, 2 double crochet. And then a slip stitch to close that gap. That's round 5. Rounds 6, 7 and 8, the last 3 rounds, are all made in the same way. So you do a single chain and then you single crochet all the way around, in each stitch, so it's like this all the way along. Until we get to the corner. And then into the corners you do a single crochet, 2 chain and a single crochet. So it's single crochet, 1, 2 chain, single crochet, and then you repeat the single crochet all the way around, and you do that for rows 6, 7 and 8. And there you have it, a finished granny square. The first one's always the trickiest. They're all made in the same way, so once you've got the hang of it, it'll be much easier. And then the important thing to do, once you've joined them all together, again follow the pattern for instructions, is to wash it. This is really special yarn. It's a really lovely pure lamb's wool, and when you wash it, it softens, it fluffs up, and it gives the whole thing you're making a different look. So here's a washed, and you can see it shrinks slightly. That's a You can see the squares are slightly smaller once they're washed, but they're much fluffier, the colour softens, it's not scratchy like an overwashed jumper or anything like that. I would recommend, once you've made one, make up a spare one granny square, put it in the washing machine on a normal setting. So, maybe try a few out, but I do this on a 40 degrees quick wash and see what it comes out like. But it really is beautiful. And that's the granny square. We've got lots more patterns, instructions, kits and yarn on our website. Thanks for watching.